Hello, class. I'm with my audience. Here is
Hi, my name is Ayana Medina.
Hello, my name is Marco Gonzalez.
Hi, my name is Omar Tavares.
okay. I'm gonna start with have you ever smelled food and suddenly feel like you were back in your childhood at a family gathering or in a specific place without ever trying remember it? That experience is not random. It happens because of how the human's brain process taste and smell. Today, I will explain how food connects taste, memory, and emotion through neurological process in the human brain. Understanding this process helps explain why food is more than nutrition and why it plays such a strong role in human experience. According to a study published by PubMed in 2023, memory is triggered by taste and smell, and more emotional and personally meaningful than memories create. By other sense, this shows the food has a unique connection to how memory and emotions work in the brain. First, I will explain how the brain processes taste and smell. Next, I will describe how the food activates emotional memory. And finally, I will explain how these memories influence social and cultural connections. Okay, for my first main point, how the brain processes taste and smell. Taste is not an experience only through the tongue. Flavor is created when the brain combines taste and smell and a texture. This process is studied in a field called neuro, neurogastronomy field. During eating, smell molecules travel from the mouth to the nose through the process known as a retractional smell. And this allows the brain to identify flavors more accurately according to research published by Science Diary, yep, in 2024. The gustatory cortex works with the other brain regions to recognize the and compare flavors based past experience, like in memories or something we have in the mind in the brain. And that means the brain is not just tasting food in the moment, it's constantly comparing the memories of the food we have eaten before. And once the brain process taste and smell, these signals are activate emotional memories. And the food and emotional memory, taste and smell are directly connected to the emotional centers of the brain. The olfactory bulb we have in the nose has a direct pathway to the amygdala in the throat and hippocampus, which control emotional and memories. And according to the PubMed in 2023, is the food related memories tend to be more vivid and emotional because they bypass areas of the brain and use the logical thinking and go straight to emotional memories center. And another published in the journal Cognition and Emotions on March 15, 2025 found the food related nostalgia and increased emotional comfort and personal meaning. And this explains why the certain foods can make people feel calm and happy or emotional connected. And beyond individual memory, food also plays a strong role in a social connections. Food memories are often formed in a social settings such as family meals or stories, not only a flavor but also the emotional and social connects in which food is consumed right now in the moment. And this helps explain why certain foods and strongly associated with families or cultures or traditions. And the media source also help explain this process. An article published by Infobus on November 2, 2024 explains that because the olfactory system is directly connected with emotional brain regions, and single flavor can activate so many memories and from the past. And at this point, I want to direct your attention in the visual aid. This infography shows how smell signals travel from the nose and to the olfactory bulb and directly in the amygdala and hippocampus. These areas are responsible for emotions and memories, and the image helps to illustrate why the smell taste are so powerful, unlike other sense. And smell does not have through the brain and filtration system, and first instead it goes straight to emotional memories, and which explain why the food can trigger instant emotional memories. In conclusions, the food taste, memory, and emotions through complex neurological process involving the smell, the taste, and emotional memories center in the brain. And by understanding how the brain processes the food, we can explain why eating is not a physical activity, but also is an emotional and memory experience for traditions and for older families, or just remember why you eat when you are a child. And this is my thinking about the food and how like eat the food with the heart and the brain. And thank you for listening. That's it. Hombre. Okay, for final, I show to my video people my my visual aid, but my audience they have my visual aid in their computers. But this is my visual aid, and if you see it, this is how the nose connect with the brain, and finally is with the cortex and the memories about the brain. And thank you. Okay.